Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here, and today we're at Volcano Bay. So we talked last time we were at Aquatica, and I mentioned to you at the end of the video that I did not stay at Aquatica. I did not feel comfortable with the social distancing there. It's a smaller park, it's more compact, even though they are limiting capacity. I just felt like it was too crowded on the sidewalks and the slides. I couldn't really feel like I could social distance in the lines. So I'm here at Volcano Bay today, and I'm going to tell you I've been in the water. I've done the rapid river, the lazy river. I've done the water coaster. I did another of the tube slides, and I did a family raft slide with two strangers. So I'm going to talk about the differences here at Volcano Bay. So I'm going to start over here just showing you the path. The paths here are a lot wider. So I feel like even if you're walking, like I can stop and pull over to the side here, and there's like virtually no one around me, whereas like at Aquatica, there was people walking by left and right, and I felt like it would be really hard without my mask on to social distance. I currently don't have my mask on because I've been wet, and I just got out of the pool. But if you are going to eat, and this is one of the restaurants, you do have to have masks on in the line to eat. You do have to have masks on to get into the park. So bring your mask with you to Volcano Bay. If you are staying off-site at a different resort than Universal's hotels, you're going to have to take a bus from the parking garage to Volcano Bay. You can't walk, and they expect you to have your mask on the bus. They do a really good job of social distancing even on the bus. They're not even filling the bus up or anything like that. So I felt really safe with that. They take your temperature in the parking garage before you can even board the bus. So expect to bring a mask. If you're staying at a Universal resort, some resorts you can walk to Volcano Bay, like if you're staying at Cabana Bay, I think, or even Aventura, you can walk, and they have a walking path, but you're going to still have to have your mask for the walking path, I believe, because you're going to need it for food lines and things like that. And then if you're staying at some of the other resorts like Hard Rock or Royal Pacific and things like that, or even Portofino, when that becomes more open, you will have to take a bus from your resort to Volcano Bay. So, because the resort's a little bit spread out. So you will have to have masks, just plan ahead for that. So again, at the water parks, it's kind of a catch-22 with the mask. You have to have a mask to get in, you have to have a mask in the food areas. It'd be nice if when you're walking around, you have your mask on. If you're like going into the stores, I know you have to have it on. But if you're gonna be wet and you're gonna be doing slides, then you're not gonna have your mask on because it's a safety hazard to have your mask get wet. So that's going to be the case at all of the water parks. And again, the only ones open currently in Orlando is Aquatica at SeaWorld and Volcano Bay here at Universal. There is another water park at the Margaritaville Resort that's pretty new called Island H2O. And I haven't made it to that. I considered getting a pass this summer, but then when they said they were going to open the parks that I already had water park passes to, I decided, I already have enough stuff. So there are three options. Disney's water parks are not going to open when the resort opens in 3 weeks. So keep that in mind. If you're coming into Disney in July or August, there will be no water parks open, and they don't have an opening date anytime soon. So if you want to do a water park this summer, it's either going to have to be Volcano Bay or Aquatica. So looking at my two videos is a good way to compare. This is my second trip to Volcano Bay this summer, by the way. It's slightly busier than the last time I was here, but really not by much. So most of the slides, except for the Aqua Coaster, are right now today. If you've seen my previous videos, this is the third year of the park being open. The first year, everything was like 200-minute waits, 300-minute waits, I'm not lying. The second year, everything was still hour and a half. Last year, everything was still hour and a half. Today, and so on and so forth. This summer, because, attendance is down, everything has been ride now. So last time when I came, the Aqua Coaster was even ride now. Today, when I checked in at noon, it was an hour. So I tapped in, I got a time. The great thing about coming as a single rider is you can ride the Aqua Coaster by yourself. So that's really great for the social distancing aspect. Here is the lazy river. So that's a lot of fun. And I just got off of that right before this. And then they have family raft slides as well. Like here are two right here, Ika Moana and Hanu. And I rode Hanu today with a couple of ladies. I feel safe to do that here because if you can see the rafts, everybody has their own bucket seat. And so I was sitting across from them and they were sitting opposite me together. And so our feet were close, but our heads are far apart. So I felt like that was safe, and I could still turn my head to the outside of the raft as well. I rode the green side Ika Moana the last time I was here with a couple as well, and again, felt safe that way. So how it's always been in the past is they used to pair me at the top of the slide and fill me into seats. Now with the social distancing, I need to find a family and ask them if I feel comfortable and if they feel comfortable. So I've only done one family slide per time when I've come, and it's been these two. And I've tried to find like a group of 2 so it's not that many in the raft. They want 5 total in the raft is the most it can fit, and it goes by weight when you get to the top. So I'm trying to find a group of 2, or even if I could find a group of another single rider, that would be cool too. But I don't think I would feel comfortable sitting with more than that, as you'd be closer into the raft. So that's how the family slides are going right now. This is their kiddie area, Runamukka Reef. It is open, and it's a great place for the kids to hang out. They have the chairs all spaced, similar to how I showed you at Aquatica, where they're sitting in groups like family groups. You can rent cabanas here as well for extra fees if you want your family to be a little more private area. Here is some more lazy river for your enjoyment. As you can see, their lazy river is very large, so I felt like it was very easy to social distance in their lazy river. The lazy river at Aquatica is really small, and there's a water slide in the middle of it, so I feel like it's always congested, even on in the normal days, and so it's still congested even though they're supposed to be limiting capacity. I just feel like Aquatica, it's just a smaller park, and it's just harder to social distance there. And I think that was the main reason that I felt uncomfortable there, was I just didn't feel the path was wide enough for me to get out of the way of people. Here I'm feeling like I can dodge people, move out of the way, move to the side if they're walking by, and none of us have masks on. So I think just having that little bit of extra space really makes a difference. All right, this is the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster that I was talking about that has the wait time. Let's check it now. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. So here's where the times are, is over here. And it's now at 110 minutes. So what you would do is you would tap. You have a wristband on. Here's mine. You can see, and you're gonna tap it against that little kiosk right there, and that's gonna put the time onto your wristband. So, and then when your wristband will buzz, and it'll count down all the way to 0. When it buzzes, then you come over here and you tap in at the stand, and then you get in line. And when I got in line, again, like I said, when I did it, it was an hour wait. And when I got in line, then I maybe stood in line for 5 minutes. So it's real easy. It's kind of similar to Disney's Fast Pass system. So it's basically called a virtual queue. And a lot of their slides here at Volcano Bay are designed to do that if the ride lines get long enough. However, none of the other slides have been getting long enough to institute the virtual queue. They've all just been ride now. So these Taniwa tubes right here that we're gonna come across, these guys are always ride now. And you can either tap in right here and do the blue ones. They have 2 blue slides, or you can tap in on this side and ride the green ones. And you can see the green umbrella or the blue umbrella to know which side you want to do. All 4 slides are slightly different. When I went on earlier, I rode dark blue, and they only were allowing either the dark blue slide or the light green slide. So it's gonna depend on the manpower. The last time I came, I was able to do any of them. So it's just gonna depend, but if you can ride all 4 in one day, they're all different. So they have mat slides here as well. And just like Aquatica, theirs are down for refurbishment. Again, there was a lot of things I think they wanted to refurbish this spring at these theme parks that didn't get to happen. So they're in the middle of refurbishing those right now. And maybe they'll open before summer is over. I don't really know what their timetable is. Now at Volcano Bay, just like Aquatica, they have a rapid river where down in here you would put on a life jacket and get into the rapid river. They are cleaning the life vests in between every person, and they have a place to dispose of them in those bins. You can kind of see them right here. Let me zoom in a little. So there's bins right here, and that's where you would put it, and then you would go over to the hanging life jackets to get a clean one to put on. So they're making sure that they're cleaned between every use. A lot of these inner tubes, also for the slides, I'm seeing them spray the handles with bleach before they send them back up the slide. And for the Aqua Coaster, they are putting hand sanitizer into your hand before you get into the Aqua Coaster. So here is the Rapid River. This thing is a ton of fun. And again, it's very big. So the one at Aquatica is pretty decent size, but this one's even bigger. And I have felt very safe and able to spread out from people in here. There are 2 more family slides right here. Okay, so this is Puihi is the green, and Maku is the yellow. And so these are more family slides. And again, you can see they're pretty spaced out. I haven't ridden these yet or asked anyone to ride, but I would. I've considered it because they're pretty spaced out. Here come some people down the yellow. Whee! So, and again, these are today ride now. So it's pretty cool. You can also tell that it's a pretty light park day when restaurants are closed. Like this restaurant here is closed. And there was a locker area back there that is closed. They're only accessing, I think, 2 out of the 4 locker bays today. And it was the same when I came last time as well. So the park is at half capacity. I know that last Saturday, I heard that this park got to its capacity limit for current, you know, what they're allowing in. But that was on a Saturday. I came last Wednesday and I came again today as a Wednesday. So I'm finding this is a good day of the week to come. I think weekends will be busier overall at any of the parks, as Orlando locals, I think, will come out more on the weekends if they have to work during the week. I'm blessed to be a teacher, so I'm off all summer. So even during the normal seasons when I've come for summertime, I still typically try to do parks in the weekdays, knowing the weekends will be busier with Orlando locals as well, coming out to have some fun. Now also, as I mentioned to you at Aquatica's closed 2 days a week. They're closed on Mondays and Wednesdays. So today is a Wednesday and Aquatica's closed. But Volcano Bay is open every day of the week. There is no closures for Volcano Bay. So if you're planning your trip, if you wanted to visit both water parks, you need to keep in mind that Aquatica will not be open on Mondays and Wednesdays. Volcano Bay, you can plan for maybe a Monday or Wednesday when Aquatica's closed. We are checking out, this is part of the Aqua Coaster, this green tube that we can see. And this is the Krakatoa volcano, the back of it. So there's stairways up to the top because right in front of us, this blue slide coming out of the volcano, these are some of the drop down slides that you get into, like one of those trap door things and it drops you down. That's those. So I'll show you the front of that. And this over here is oh yeah and oh no. These are body slides that you put yourself down, but they drop into a 10-foot pool. And I'll show you the pool. So you do need to be able to swim to do this, because it's kind of like going off the diving board into the deep end of the pool. You're going to drop out of the slide and have to swim over to the stairway. And they do tell you that it's a 10-foot deep pool and be a strong swimmer. And they will ask you at the top as well. So here comes somebody, they just came down and they got to swim over to the side. They are a lot of fun though. I like both of them. The green one is a 4-foot drop, and the purple one, it drops on the other side. You just can't see it from this angle, but you can see the purple one above me. That one is a 6-foot drop into the pool. So they're a lot of fun. All right, and here are the tap stations for Oh No and Oh No and Oh Yeah. And they are both currently right now, it looks like. Or maybe the Oh No one is 10 minutes, sorry. It just changed to 10 minutes. So I would have to tap to do the purple, the Oh No. And I just have to wait 10 minutes. The ride now is the green one. I could tap and do that one immediately. So, and I would just go over here to the little kiosk and tap in and go into the little line. So the lines automatically adjust between ride now and a wait time based on how many people have tapped in and are standing in the line. So that's what I mean about the virtual queue. It's kind of a smart thing. Once they feel like they've kind of exceeded their capacity limit for ride now, they'll start giving you a wait time. So that way you don't have to stand in line. A virtual queue is really cool because I could be having a virtual queue on my wristband right now and be walking around talking with you guys. Or I could be swimming or doing another slide that's ride now. So it's like a way to wait in line and not wait in line, if that makes sense. This is the blue and green one that come out of the top of the volcano that I was talking about with the trap door. It's called Kala and Tainu. So they're a little bit different, the green and the blue. I am not brave enough to do these. I am too scared to get into a trap door and let me plummet all the way to the bottom. But these ones twist and turn all the way out of the volcano. You can kind of see them here, but they're both slightly different. So if you're into this type of a ride, I would do both of them because they're different. And over here is the gorgeous wave pool. Looks like the waves are not running at the moment, but they will be probably soon. And you can also walk through the volcano here at Volcano Bay. So let's do it. All right, we're headed into the volcano. Now keep in mind, it is dark in places in here. It's loud from the water and it can be slippery. So be careful if you come through here. Watch your steps. This is going to be a really cool view because you're going to be able to see the back of Kala and Tainu. We're going to be inside the volcano and the back of the Aqua Coaster, Krakatau Aqua Coaster. All right, so here we are. We're in the back of the volcano. Here's all the twists and turns of the side. So the blue one I think is Tainu and the green one is Kala. I could be wrong, but I think that's the one. And here is the Aqua Coaster. Let's get zoomed in on that. See if we see some people flying by here. There they go. Whee! The Aqua Coaster is really cool. It runs on magnetics. And below is the Rapid River. So it's really fun to sail through here on the Rapid River and look up and see all the slides twisting and turning. So again, here's one more view of all the way up. Way up there. Can you see it? There's some stairs. Way up to the top up here. That'd be the very top, I think, way up there. So pretty cool. All right, now we're heading into the heart of the volcano. It gets kind of dark in here. And you can meet Vol. He's the voice of the volcano. I hear him talking.
That's a lot of people's favorite.
There he is. Look, check this out.
You're on camera. Well, I have to see you someday, don't I? I know they're watching me in here, making sure I don't sacrifice anyone to the volcano.
Oh yeah, we don't want to be sacrificed. Definitely not.
Hello.
Okay, and there's one more drop down slide. It's out the front of the volcano. Here are the stairs for it. And this one goes up to the Ko'okiri plunge. I'm gonna have to go back around to the front of the volcano so you guys can see the Ko'okiri. But the Ko'okiri is a clear tube that drops straight down out of the volcano. And I believe you're going like 70 miles an hour on your bare back. Again, it is a trapdoor slide. I will not do it. But this slide, the first summer was always like at a 300-minute wait. It is ride now this summer, folks. Ride now. So it's just interesting the differences. As we walk back to the front so I can show you that, if I was coming to Orlando this summer and wanted to choose one water park or the other, I would pick Volcano Bay for now. Just to me, it just feels so much safer. I will actually get out here and swim and get in the water and do the slides and partake of things. At Aquatica, I simply filmed with my mask on the whole time and walked right back out of the park. And I was disappointed, guys. I love SeaWorld Park. I love Busch Gardens. I love Aquatica. But I didn't feel that safe. And again, I just think it's that it's a smaller water park. It's more compact. You know, I know they have the same procedures in place, but it's a catch-22, as I said, at a water park. You have to take your mask off to get wet. And so I want to know that there's those social distancing areas in place for me to stand away from people. And I just didn't feel that at Aquatica. So for me personally, if I was coming to Orlando this summer, I would come only to Volcano Bay. If it was a normal summer, guys, I would tell you go to both. They're both great. They have different kinds of slides. And I like both of them. So I'm sad that I can't really partake too much in Aquatica this summer, but I know this too shall pass. You know, it's a different summer, but this too will be over with and we will all be stronger for it, right? Okay, so here's the place to tap for Ko'okiri, and it is right now, and it tells you it's a high stepper. There's 209 steps to get to the top. There's the steps over here. They go into the volcano and all the way up. There's the tube at the top. It goes straight down. You can get into this leisure pool. And if you see where those kids are sitting way out here, they're actually sitting like against the tube. The tube comes straight down the volcano and through the tube. So let's come over here to where they come out at. And someone just popped out of the bottom. So there it is, all the way up. And all the way back down. Yeah, pretty crazy. Let's see if we can see somebody else come out. And again, it's one of those trapdoor slides that you get into a little capsule. They push a button, the trapdoor opens, and you fall down the slide, basically. I don't know how else to explain it. See if there's somebody. Oh, somebody just went down. Here they come. Woo! I mean, you're down in like 5 seconds. Super fast. Crazy. Nope, not for me. Definitely not for me. Maybe it's for you. You could try it out while you're here. Well, everyone, I had a great time at Volcano Bay. I think that they are doing a great job overall. I've gone there now 3 times, so I wanted to update this outro. Each time I've gone, it's gotten a little bit busier. So I think into July, it will be busier. And that's the only thing that concerns me about a water park is you do have to have a mask off at the water park. And so you're really going to be concerned about, you know, your social distance space. And this last week when I went, being the busiest out of the 3 weeks that I've gone, it seemed like it was a little bit harder. I had to really focus a little bit more to make sure that I could keep my social distance. I will not be going in July because the pass that I have is blocked through July, but I will go back in August. So just keep that in mind if you're coming this summer. You do really have to work on your social distance at the water park. But overall, Volcano Bay is very clean. They do have all of the safety precautions in place, just like the theme parks. I highly recommend going there. I hope you get to have a great summer vacation, whatever you get to do. If you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. Thanks for watching.